head, blow on, blow on. They'll hold him in their arms when he is dead. Blow on, blow on. The foamy waves crash over his head. Blow on, blow on. They'll hold him in their arms when he is dead.
I'm Peter Stevenson. I'm chairman of MMH, which is Maryport Maritime Heritage. Well, Maryport primarily built on coal trade between here and Ireland. In its heyday, they were exporting about 480,000 tonne of coal a year, and later on they were exporting pig iron, railway lines, or such as that, and they were importing exotic timbers for building ships, and lime and all sorts of stuff. But primarily it was coal. And all this red stone you see around about town, that was local stone, there was two or three quarries, and they were exporting quite a bit of that. There's rumours that some of that stone went to America when they were building White House. We have a board of directors, and we're all volunteers, and we have 2 or 3 other volunteers that come in and do front of house. To be honest, we could do with more volunteers. I've been a volunteer here for 12 years, and every time I come, I can find something new, or I can read something that I didn't know, and we've got a library downstairs. Anybody that wants to come and research, there's a library of books downstairs they can use. We get very few locals in. It's mainly tourists and that. They're looking for information of people that's maybe emigrated to New Zealand or been ship's captains and stopped there and things like that. Yeah. I mean, the ships, they were sailing to Argentina and Australia, New Zealand, Canada, all around the world really, yeah. Japan. There's 2 men went from Maryport, got walkers, and they're accredited with starting Japanese Navy. There must be lots of local families who originate from people, sailors and such like that, come into port and stopped. We had 2 main shipyards, one Kelsick Wood, which was over there, and one up here where they used to launch them broadside, because the river's only 60 feet wide, so they used to launch them sideways. And when they were launching up here, what kids in town got a day off school to come and watch. So it was a big hit with kids. Well, school groups, 99 times out of 100 they come, and they're interested in White Star Line. And our tie with White Star Line is that Thomas Henry Ismay, who founded the White Star Line, was from Maryport. And he lived at Maryport till he was about 16. But kids, they're mainly interested in that. But when we get a big school group, we'll split them in half, and half of them will stop in here, and the other half I'll take them for a harbour tour and show them history at harbours and things, docks and that. Just let them have a bit of knowledge of their own town. There was a ropery, there was sail lofts. When they were building sailing ships, they could build a sailing ship, launch it and put it out to sea without everything done at Maryport. But later on, when steamships come in, we could build ships, but they had to go elsewhere to be fitted out with boilers and engines and things. That's which started demise at shipbuilding here. Senhouse shackle. It was invented in Kelsick Wood's shipyard, and with Mr. Senhouse owning everything, of course he put his name to it, and they're still used today. When you're lifting weights, or it puts weight on, and then when you want it, you just knock shackle and it just loosens and the thing drops off. Rather than fighting with knots and hooks and things like that, you just hit it and it opens.
Blow on, the foamy waves crash over his head. Blow on, they'll hold him in their arms when he is dead. Blow on, the foamy waves crash over his head. Blow on, they'll hold him in their arms when he is dead.